Hello and welcome back to Mega Man 5. We have just finished the first two of Proto Man stages, and now it's time to head off to stage 3. Oh, we missed. That's no good. Let's just get this thing out of our way before we have to go any further. There we go. Figure we could just slide him off the screen there. Ooh, an extra life. Might as well get that. Now, a lot of time what ends up being a little easier is you can just use like a power stone or something just with the way this guy flies over you, especially if you get that first charge shot off and hit them with it. They become a lot easier to deal with just one power stone shot. Once they get over you like that, it's just very frustrating to try and track them down with your regular Mega Buster, so might as well just use something else to take them out. Now, let's continue on here. Take out that last guy and continue upwards. Might as well collect this as we've lost a little bit of health. We can use our gyro to take him out first. Bust out the coil. And refill our health. Very nice. So, let's continue upwards. And we'll see who presents themselves. Oh, that's disappointing. Not too much of a problem, though. There we go. Now, this is pretty simple to get by. Not complicated jumps. You just need to actually make them. And no risk of falling, really. Here, you do, when you get up to that third one there, just have to, kind of like when you had to get the energy tank in the regular levels, just have to make sure you get far enough over where you can still jump up and get to the ladder, but really not exceptionally difficult. Probably should have recharged our weapon energy there if I was smart. This guy, I was going to say, should pop up for us. We'll take him out, and yeah, we can take a little damage there. That's all right. Not a big loss. These ones are actually a little bit more straightforward to get rid of. Nothing that matters too much, so we'll just do our coil. And there we go. Do coil again. Always important to have your mobility optimized. Tends to be difficult to do anything when you can't get around. Up yet another ladder. Mega Man gets a lot of climbing practice in. Probably a good firefighter, maybe? I'm not sure. Might depend on which robot master weapons he has at the time. So, I think we're going to get our coil ready here. And what we're going to do, so this is obviously a little snaking platform that continues to bust out as we go. We get this here. I'm going to ignore the extra life. We don't really need it, and risks putting us in a bad position. We can just fly across and pretty much fly the entire way, frankly. You can get caught by that guy there. Or we could just kind of drop down earlier on and stay on the snake. Doesn't really matter. Here, we could drop down and kind of try and fly under this guy, or we can be a little bit safer and just use our power stone, and it takes a good number of shots here, not a crazy amount, but very easy to take out. You might as well take advantage of that. Something we'll do more than once. I think we have a few more Stompy Joes. You don't need to actually take them out, but I guess we can. Helps if I point in the right direction. Oop, there we go. Take out our turrets as we go through. Usually I time this better and I'm able to get both of those first two with the first one, which is what I was trying to do, and clearly failed. To our detriment. Now here, we have another Stompy Joe. We can take care of in roughly the same way. Come down here, and then really can't get to us unless we jump like that. I was hoping I can get that one shot off, but it doesn't matter. Now we just stand right under here, take them out. You could just jump down to the level below, but might as well just do this. Almost done. There we go. Now, carrying on. We have another snake platform to deal with. Really not any strong difference. There's a couple of little times where it messes with you a little bit, like right there, but nothing too hard. And then here, you can kind of get tricked into thinking that it's going to do something else, but it just drops away and you just have to jump off. So, we have our third Darkman enemy. This one, honestly, is probably the one I have the most trouble with. There's two primary ways to beat it, just like the others. One is to use gyro attack, which works pretty well, kind of like when you're fighting Crystal Man, but very much beat works and is probably the easiest way to deal with them. And I think we will try that in the hopes that I don't have to use an energy tank. I still might. I don't do phenomenally well against this guy by any means. But we'll see how it goes. He has two primary attacks. One is to jump and shoot those blasts there, which isn't too bad to get to dodge by. The other one that we're not seeing yet, which is fine by me, is that he shoots kind of a freeze ray, I guess. He didn't even do it. Cool. But he shoots these 3 rings out that will freeze you, and just like some bosses have done in the past. And then you're obviously wide open for attack. It can be a little bit harder to dodge, especially if he's close to you. It fills most of the screen in front of you, just because it goes out in kind of a triangle, tripart pattern. But that went fine, so we'll take it. I don't mind. Here we have kind of a goofy little mini level, frankly. More of a puzzle, I guess, than anything else. Obviously, each time you shoot, things drop down. Here, you just want to take these out here. You can jump up here, but the safer thing to do is just shoot there, and then move across. Take these 2 out. And then you want to take all these out here. I didn't want to take that top one out. Let's just do this and quick. Okay. Usually I like to have the base there protected so I can slide under with more space, but that's all you have to do. That's the entire level here. Now, unfortunately, we've used most of our beat energy, and this next boss is probably the one that is beat is most useful against, but let's come back to that because I think we should still be fine. And it is Proto Man. Or is it? You notice he doesn't have his scarf, which he lost in the opening cinematic. But also, you might have noticed something a little bit odd about the whistle there. It's much duller of a whistle than this Proto Man that we just heard here, who still has his scarf. And it seems is in fact the true Proto Man. Now, Darkman 4, who this actually is, kind of similar to Darkman 2, but his shield will sort of blast off at us, as we will see shortly, and he actually moves a little bit different. So the shield will shoot at you, and then also come back as kind of, a little boomerang action. So you got to watch for it on the way back as well. Beat works really well here. Unfortunately, obviously, we have already used up beat, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue for reasons that we will come back to, and that we've really talked about before. Ooh, I thought I jumped too early. Good. But we have another M tank coming up soon, so before we finish here, before we get to the next stage, we want to use our M tank so that all of our weapon energy refills and the tank will spawn in the future levels. And I guess, we might as well use beat. He doesn't matter quite so much moving forward. There we go. We're going to want him later, but we have plenty of time to refill that energy. So, with that, we have completed Proto Man's castle, but now it's time to figure out where this false Dark Man came from. You've done well, Mega Man. I never expected you to defeat my powerful Dark Man robot. Wily, I never would have guessed. Until now, I have managed to frame Proto Man for my crimes, but now the real Proto Man has appeared and spoiled my plan. Seems like Proto Man could have come at any time. Dr. Light is captive in my lab. Come if you dare. Ha, ha, ha. And away he goes. All right, so with that, I think we will end things here. Hopefully you enjoyed, and, well, until next time, here's Wily's Castle, and see ya.